Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk to you about how to invest in Bitcoin. And although this video is made for beginners, if you're already involved in investing in cryptocurrency, this will also be helpful for you just as a refresher, but then also it may give you some new ideas as well about what you can do once you have invested in some of these cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Hi everyone, my name is Aubrey, and on this channel I talk about personal finance and the journey to make your first million. Okay, so I'm going to break this down into a couple different sections. The first part I want to talk about is what exactly is Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The second part is how to buy Bitcoin. The third part is once you invest in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, what can you do with it? And the fourth thing is just some of my ideas on investing in cryptocurrencies in general and just some things you might want to think about once you've gotten involved. Okay, so first off, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital currency, basically. Unlike fiat money, like dollars, you can't hold a Bitcoin in your hand. It only exists electronically. It's like trying to hold a website in your hand. You can't do it. It only exists electronically. But using Bitcoin, you can now begin to buy a lot of things that you can buy with regular money. The other key part about Bitcoin is that it is decentralized, meaning that there's no central bank or central organization that controls Bitcoin or that monitors Bitcoin. And a lot of this grew out of the whole financial crisis back in 2008, 2009, where the things that were going on with the banks and people didn't trust banks anymore, and they didn't like what they saw going on with the lending and just currency in general. So an idea came up, hey, what if we made this electronic currency that's not sort of regulated by any bank? So over the years, Bitcoin has grown and grown in popularity. It was invented back in 2009 timeframe, and in 2011, you could get Bitcoin for really just a couple of dollars. Now recently, I'm sure you've heard the news, one Bitcoin was worth $40,000. And even at the time of this recording, one Bitcoin is worth almost $50,000. Another important thing to note about Bitcoin is there's only so many of them. There's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin, as opposed to dollars, which the government is printing more and more money, putting more and more money into the economy, and what that can happen is it can depress the value of $1, and that's called inflation. Okay, second point, how do you buy Bitcoin? Bitcoin is sold on cryptocurrency exchanges. An exchange, in my mind, is just nothing more than like a brokerage account, like a TD Ameritrade or a Vanguard account. There are three main ones: Coinbase, Gemini, and Binance. And I'll put links in the description below. I'm just going to talk about Coinbase. So to create an account on Coinbase, it's very similar if you were going to create an account on like a TD Ameritrade or a Vanguard. You're going to put in all your personal information. The one extra thing that you might notice they ask for is they want you to upload a picture of your driver's license or a picture of yourself from maybe like your passport. And then once your account is created, you're going to link a checking account or some kind of bank account so you're able to transfer money into the cryptocurrency exchange. And then that exchange, like if it's Coinbase, is going to list all these cryptocurrencies that are available to invest in. And one of them is Bitcoin. There are some other very popular ones such as Ethereum and Litecoin and Ripple, but really the main cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. Those other coins are usually referred to as altcoins, meaning alternative coins. One thing to be aware of when you're using something like Coinbase or any of the exchanges, there are fees that are charged just for trading in and out of a cryptocurrency. And these fees do vary based on the exchange that you use. So you might want to do a little research and find out which one has the lowest fees. Now I mentioned Coinbase, there's also Coinbase Pro. And Coinbase Pro is maybe a little more difficult to use, but it does have lower fees. So you might want to look at using Coinbase Pro instead. So once you've created your account on, in this case, Coinbase or Coinbase Pro, you've linked your checking account, for instance, and you've transferred over some money. You can go through the menus you'll see, and you can click on Bitcoin. You want Bitcoin, it's abbreviated as BTC, and US dollars, USD, if you have US dollars. And luckily, to invest in Bitcoin, you do not have to buy in one whole Bitcoin at a time. That would mean you would have to purchase like $50,000 just for one Bitcoin. No, you can purchase fractions of a Bitcoin. That's how it's typically done. Okay, so let's start talking about once you've purchased Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency, what can you do with it? Now, security, of course, is a concern with cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are not FDIC insured. If you purchase it on Coinbase or any of the exchanges and it's on that platform, it's not FDIC insured. So there are a couple of things you can do to have some additional security. One is have what they call a hardware wallet or a hard wallet. And this looks like a USB drive, which you can buy for 30 or 40 or 50 bucks. And it stores your private key to your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency that is out there on the blockchain. And no one else can access your cryptocurrency or your Bitcoin without having the private key that is stored on that USB drive. Another way you can secure your cryptocurrency is to transfer it off of the exchange and into a wallet on either like BlockFi or Celsius. Those are two of the popular ones. Now in cryptocurrency talk, they call it a wallet. To me, it's just an account, or it's an account where you can store different types of cryptocurrencies. But in the cryptocurrency world, they call it a wallet. And by storing it in BlockFi or Celsius, you will actually earn interest on your cryptocurrency. The rates change all the time, but currently the rates are between 5 and 8%, which to me is just amazing that you can buy this cryptocurrency. The currency itself is ideally going up in value, and at the same time, you're earning interest on that. And the last point I wanted to make is just some general thoughts on investing in cryptocurrency in general. Cryptocurrency follows Bitcoin in a lot of ways. Bitcoin was the first kid on the block, and all these other alternative cryptocurrencies kind of came along behind Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is really driving the ship. And because of some of the characteristics that are inherent with Bitcoin, the market generally is on a 4-year cycle, meaning we'll see the value of Bitcoin shoot up in what they call a bull run, and then it will crash back down, usually quite quickly and alarmingly, in what they call a bear market. And then it will chop along in this bear market where the prices are really low. Then the 4-year cycle will start over again, and the price will shoot up, and it will make the news, and people are buying it, and then the price will come down again very abruptly, usually, and it'll kind of chop along just in this more baseline value. So currently, we are in what would be called a bull market, meaning the price is really going up quickly. So this is not the best time to buy. Ideally, you'd like to buy when it's in a bear market, the price is low, and it's not a lot of volatility. But my opinion is, and this is not financial advice, but if it were me and I was just arriving on the scene, I would go ahead and buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum, buy some Litecoin, just to get involved and kind of see how it works. The big question at this point is, how long will this bull run last? Some people are saying it'll last through the rest of 2021. And the other big question is, once the bull run is over, the bear market will come back, and then how far will prices fall? And no one really has the answer to these questions. So maybe one of the best investing strategies at this point is just dollar cost averaging, where you take a set amount each month and invest it into Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency you want. And in general, I would stick with the big ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Those are some of the biggest names and to a degree the most stable. However, in the cryptocurrency space, Bitcoin is considered the least risky. The other thing I would say about the market cycles, when the bear market comes, I encourage you to just keep dollar cost averaging in. Just hang in there. Prices may stay down for 1 year, 2 year, even 3 years out, but eventually, if we're continuing to see a 4-year cycle, the prices will come back, and when they do, and if you've been dollar cost averaging in throughout all that time, you will see tremendous returns. You want to be cautious about how much money you put into cryptocurrencies, and don't risk any more than you'd be comfortable with losing, or at least if you lost it, it might only give you a bad day or maybe at the most a bad week, but it wouldn't change your life in the sense that you've lost so much money now, it's impacted like when you can retire. That would be investing too heavily. I've heard some figures thrown around anywhere between 1% to as high as even 10% of your net worth. That's something you really need to look at in your own financial economy, and it's really a choice that only you can make. So just to wrap up here, I hope now you know a little bit more about Bitcoin, a little bit more about investing in cryptocurrencies, where to go to buy Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general, and then what to do with your money after you have bought these cryptocurrencies. If this content was helpful for you, I invite you to subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next video.